Hello, this is DavidTKI, starting off day 2 of NES Block. Let's just go ahead and get into Dreamworld Pogie, and I'll start it in 3, 2, 1, go! Alright, so this is a game that is a little bit newer. It was released in 2016, so it was not on the flashcard at first. I had to actually get it manually added. You're playing as a character that I presume is named Pogie. I know little about this game except that I have played it, and so I guess I'm going to go ahead and get into when I played this game and why. Shortly after last SGDQ, a group formed called the Board Boosters, and the Board Boosters is a group of players that are basically trying to take some runs that have few runs on the leaderboard, maybe 10 or fewer, and then get as many people as possible to do runs of the game, come up with any kind of strats or improvements or guides that we can to the game, give the game some love, and at the end of the month, we all submit our games. The moderators are warned well in advance that this is going to happen, so they're not suddenly surprised by 10, 20 submissions in one day when they normally get one every few years. So, yeah. So Dreamworld Pogie was the first game that the Board Boosters group selected. It was chosen as being a relatively simple little platformer. Oh, that's not good. That egg is hidden. It was chosen as a relatively simple little platformer that was not very long. I think the world record is somewhere around 6.5, 7 minutes long. Something like that. Relatively easy to pick up, but it's a game that I'm going to find a little bit scary because I have 5 lives, as you can see in the upper right, but there's no continues. So if I use up all of my lives, which I don't have a health bar, and there are lots of pits everywhere, it's pretty easy to take deaths in this game. And usually if you take a death, you're kind of prone to getting into death cycles and taking more deaths. So a few of the things that I'm picking up. These stars actually lag the game a little bit, and ideally I would be avoiding them, but they get me points, which can get me more lives. That egg is a checkpoint. If I take a death, then I will slowly go back to the egg. Gotta wait for this guy for safety. This Decepticon symbol should tell you how evil Pogie is, if you haven't seen his face in the intermission screen already, but it makes me temporarily invincible, you know, kind of like the stars in Super Mario World. Just look at that face. Look at that face. Tell me that is not the face of evil. The face of evil, Decepticon symbols power you up. Whoops, that's, you know what, I'm gonna wait for this guy to jump and see which way he goes. Okay, into the lava, we're good. We've got a few bouncy platforms here. I don't have to hold anything to bounce on these platforms. Pogie's, oh, momentum. Yeah, when you take a death, the screen's gonna slowly scroll back to your checkpoint, and if you missed the egg, then you scroll back further to the last egg that you got, or the very beginning of the level if you didn't get any. It scrolls all the way back, so careful with those deaths. I'm not pressing anything to bounce on these mushrooms, it just happens automatically. You gotta watch your momentum with these jumps because it's pretty easy to undershoot or overshoot. Just bounce a couple of times there for safety, get up here, I can make it up there. Whoops! Slipped off the edge. Yeah, Pogie will slip off of edges if he's too close to the edge and you don't correct it in time. So let's jump up here. Bounce there slowly for safety, and then get to this stage. Let's see, that's 7 levels beaten. There are a total of 15 levels in this game, so it's not a particularly long game, and some of the levels do have earlier doors that you can... wow. Be careful. The up button on the D-pad does make you jump, but I've been using the A button to do it, and I got thrown off a bit by accidentally pressing up. But it's alright. Got a checkpoint, got an invincibility, which should get me hopefully through most of the rest of this level. Let's see, jump up here. There must be something there. Let's see. The 3 tile jumps. Yeah, okay. We're through. This game scares me a bit. I've had to practice the game a lot over the past couple of days to get to a point where I feel like I can reasonably beat it. Those fires are on unusual paths, and it's pretty difficult to just YOLO it and jump over them. There is a door here that can get you out of this level early, so I'll just jump up to this platform, over to here, get to that door. Let's see, I believe that is 6 levels left. What is special about this stage, apart from all of these bottomless pits? I guess there's a whole bunch of moving platforms, and I don't know if you noticed them in earlier levels, but I know that this level is going to have Yoku blocks. So that makes the game even more challenging already. Oh yeah, use the... Okay, that top block is on a 2 on, 2 off cycle. That's just the one that I'm remembering. The other 2 are 1 on, 1 off. Take that egg. I'm up to 5 lives, which is looking okay. But we got even more bottomless pits here. Let's see. This may be the last platform that I do. I don't know for sure. I haven't played this. No, there's going to be a Yoku block at the end here. 2 on, 2 off. There we go. The next couple of levels should be relatively smooth sailing. I remember levels 11 to 14 being not especially difficult. You can get an invincibility symbol in this level. Oh, that jump is kind of tricky. It's very easy to walk off the platforms here. Egg for safety. Alright, more invincibility. And there's going to be another one right about here, and I think these 2 will get me through the rest of the stage. Yeah, that's gonna do it. Okay, that's stage 11 beaten. Stages 12, 13, and 14 are gonna be relatively simple. Stage 12 has a door that's right here. Difficult jump, but made it. Then level 13 is going to have a lot of tiles and almost kind of a windy corridor style. We've got these bad guys up here that are shooting baseballs, I believe. I don't know. But that's the only real thing that you have to deal with in this level, because over here on the other side of this, you can go over the top here to get to this door. One thing I need to remember in level 14 is there's a fire on that ledge right there. I have many times started off this level, tried to jump onto that ledge immediately, and got burned. Not something that you want to see happen, but otherwise you'll be able to get through most of this level just off of these invincibilities. Should be... Okay, and that brings us to the final level. Time is going to be when I go through the door on this level. This is, of course, the hardest level in the game, and one that I'm scared of a little bit. We've got ice cream cones for platforms. That's not the scary bit. I'll take this egg for safety. Instead, we have those green zippy enemies. They move randomly, and if they end up lined up with you, then you have to try to predict their movement and make sure they don't hit you. Uh-oh. Alright. And there's going to be one right along here. He is not lined up. Alright, good. That's going to get me through the rest of this level. I'll grab that just for safety. And the door should be time. Nice. That's probably a PB for me.
Really?
By like 2 minutes. Yeah, so I guess all the practice that I did trying to play this game paid off. So yeah, that was Dreamworld Pogie, the first game that Board Boosters boosted. The second game we boosted, I know, was featured at last SGDQ's NES block, which was Defenders of Dynatron City. And then we've got a third and a fourth game that are unfortunately not NES games, and I'm not very good at Dynatron City, so I'll have to leave it at this game for now. But thanks so much for having me once again, and I'll see y'all around.